between U, V, and F, and you will get some questions from there. Fine. Then you will study a few properties of the mirror and the lens. Okay. Now, these are a few things that you are going to study, and the chapter is almost. I mean, there is not much in the chapter, but you cannot do the same thing for any chapter in class. So don't do that mistake. Okay. What's the mistake? I can say studying, rather starting before exams won't work. Okay, that's the main thing. Starting before the exams, it won't work. You have to start like the day one. When you started studying, the same day you should be doing some questions. The same day you should be solving some numericals. The same day you should be looking at the exercise questions. Okay, so you have to start from day one. Like with each topic, you have to do some questions in order, and you have to then do the homework also. You don't just sit on the class and then go back. Okay, you have to practice, you have to revise before coming to the next class, and you have to practice whatever is given as the homework. Fine. So this is the only thing that I will say right now. Otherwise, in the first class, I mean, that was a 1.5 hour. I told many things. You will get the link for that particular introduction. And there is a list of things that I asked my 12th standard students, that what tips are you going to give to your juniors? And they listed a few points. Okay. Now for chemistry, we have the first chapter. That is some basic concepts of chemistry. Some basic concepts of chemistry. Now, there's one thing that I will ask you guys to do is trust me with this chapter, because this chapter is a bit different how it is presented in NCERT and how I will be presenting. Like the first topic that I will be teaching, it will not be the first topic in the NCERT. Okay. But at the end, you will complete, I mean, the complete chapter will be over and all the parts of NCERT will be covered. Okay, so you will just have to trust me on this chapter regarding the sequence of the units. Like, for example, sequence of the topic sites. Okay, so some basic concepts of chemistry. What is the idea behind this particular chapter? The idea behind this chapter is to give you an understanding about the language of chemistry. And you have to understand that it is going to be a language that we are going to study for the first time. Now, each and every language, it is made up of letters. And when you combine letters in a particular order and in a very specific order, then only and only then you are going to make words. And when you are going to combine the words in a particular, in a very specific manner, then you are going to form what? Sentences. This is the main idea behind whenever we are going to learn language. Letters are not the end. Words are not the end. Sentences are the end, right? Similarly, in chemistry, you are going to learn about elements. Then you will understand how to combine elements. You know it a bit right now. For example, if you have magnesium and chlorine, then maybe you learned about the valency in 9th or 10th standard. That Mg, it has 2 valence electron. Chlorine, valency of chlorine is 1. So I criss and cross this. So I will get MgCl2 type of thing. Fine. So a very specific arrangement or very specific amount of Mg and Cl, they're going to give you what? Molecule. And then when MgCl2 is going to react with some other molecule, it is going to give you reactions. So basically, chemistry is the study of reactions. But in order to study and predict reactions, we have to study molecule. In order to understand molecule, we have to study the elements. Okay. Now, in this chapter, some basic concept of chemistry, the first thing that we are going to teach is regarding the elements. And in general, we know that whenever we have to do some kind of science behind, then we have to take the amount of something. And that is why we are going to learn about the first word, that is atomic mass or atomic mass or atomic weight. Now, even though mass and weight are different things, you must have studied in 9th standard in the gravitation chapter, but we use atomic mass and atomic weight very interchangeably. Okay, so atomic mass and atomic weight, they mean the same thing in chemistry. Atomic mass, sometimes you can say that atomic weight also. Now, tell me what is atomic mass? Like, just look at the word. Think of yourself as an 8th standard student who is hearing this word for the first time. what would your mind say? Like, for example, atomic mass. Even if you don't know some words, but in the context or how they are used in a sentence or how they are framed, you know the meaning of those words, right? So similarly, like this 8th standard student, what will you think? What is atomic mass? Hafsa, right? Yes, Hafsa, tell me.
Like weight of the atom.
Yeah, very good. That is correct. Zainab, makes sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to write here. It is the mass of. You can write this with me. Okay. Atomic. This is some basic concept of chemistry. The first topic is atomic mass or atomic weight. The mass of one atom of any element. Now, whenever we have to measure something, weight, or whenever we have to weigh something or measure the mass of something, then we have to also decide on a unit. For example, if you go to buy potatoes, obviously, I mean, right now you are in Kuwait, so you will just go to the supermarket, you will take whatever amount of potatoes you need, and then what you're going to do, you're going to go to the counter and tell that, okay, I need this much. But what would happen if you are in India? Then you will ask for what? 5 grams of tomato, 5 grams of potatoes. Does that make sense? Hafsa and Zainab, you go to a shopkeeper and you tell them, give me 5 grams of potato. Will that work? Certainly.
No, sir.
No, right? But similarly, you will ask 2 kilos, 3 kilos, 5 kilos. Similarly, if you go to a jewelry shop, you will ask them to show you a ring or a set or a earring of, let us suppose, like, even I don't know what do they use, but you will ask them in some grams of, if you are buying gold. Makes sense, Hafsa and Zainab?
Yes, sir.
Right? So whenever we have to measure the mass of something, we have to also decide on a unit. That makes sense, Hafsa and Zainab? Like where the need of unit is coming from.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are going to measure the mass of an atom. And let us suppose you are in jewelry shop and you took one strand of hair and you placed on the measuring device where the jewel, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? What are those people called who sell jewelry? There is a specific word for them.
Goldsmiths?
Versus.
No, goldsmith. I think.
Gold sellers. ज्वारी बोलते हैं proper English word. So if you give the jewelry shopkeeper that one strand of hair and you ask them to measure it, they will say, oh, इतना हल्का है, कुछ नहीं वजन कर पाएगा. I mean, nothing will be on the digital face, na? Nothing, no weight will be displayed because it's so light. And one strand of hair will contain million and billion and billion and billions of atoms. Right? So even if we cannot measure millions of atoms, we cannot measure the mass of millions of atoms in grams or milligrams. So that is why we have to come up with a unit which is specific to the atom. So the chemists, they decide, okay, fine, we will devise a unit. I mean, we can devise a unit. So they said that, okay, the mass of one atom of any element in atomic mass unit. So they devised a unit that is known as atomic mass unit. In atomic mass unit is called atomic mass. Now, the original definition of atomic mass will be the mass of one atom of any element. But in order to be specific, that we are going to measure this in atomic mass unit, we have to write in atomic mass unit is called atomic mass. So first statement is the exact definition. The second statement is saying what you have to use whenever you are doing some kind of experiment or something. Okay. Now another thing is that a few things that I will be writing here. Atomic mass unit is going to be always in a whole number. It will be always a whole number. Another point that you have to remember is 1 AMU, that is atomic mass unit, it is equal to 1 Dalton. And it is also said as 1 U. U is also 1 mole. I mean, sign in order to represent AMU, that is 1 unified mass. Think all of these are units. AMU, Dalton, and U, all of these, they are same units. Jasola, we will be starting in a few minutes. Okay. Jasola, am I audible? Okay. Fine. Now, atomic mass unit. I'm asking you guys to now think about something. Hafsa and Zainab. You know 1 kg? Hafsa? 1
Yes, sir.
kg? I mean, it is a bit heavy, right? I mean, whatever the mass of 1 kg is, you can feel that weight, right?
Yes, sir.
So why only that weight is 1 kg? Why only that weight? I hope you can understand. There must have been a time in the history when somebody came and said that, okay, fine, whatever the mass of this particular stone is, that will be 1 kg from now on. For example, 1 meter. I'm just asking you to think for 1 meter or 1 feet. Who decided that only this length is 1? Why not 1 feet can be a bit longer or a bit smaller? Somebody in history, they would have come up and they said, okay, fine, we'll take 1 feet. I mean, in the earlier period, it was like the length of the feet itself. But right now we have a particular length, right? That is decided. 1 feet is equal to 12 inches and everything. 1 kg is equal to 10,000 grams and everything is decided upon. Are you getting my point? Like there would have been a time when somebody decided this much weight is 1 kg. Does that make sense, Hafsa and Zainab?
Yes, sir.
Right? Hafsa, what about you? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who was the person who unified all of these units, measuring units, Hafsa and Zainab? No.
No, sir.
You must have learned about Napoleon, no? I think in this year itself, 10 standard. Napoleon was the one who conquered almost all of the Europe, and he standardized all the currency, and he has standardized all the measuring units also. No, don't remember. Hafsa and Zainab. Hafsa and Zainab ko nahi yaad. Yeah.
Sir, your voice is lagging.
My voice is lagging. Now, similarly, when chemists they decided on one aim, Sabiha, we will be starting in a few minutes. Okay. When chemists they decided on one aim, they also have to come with a particular mass. For example, let us suppose there was one stone which was standardized as 1 kg, and people came, took that stone and they measured one more stone and make both of those stones equal, and then 1 kg was distributed like that. So for one AMU, the chemists they have to decide what is the mass, like what weight will be 1. They decided on hydrogen atom. They said that mass of one hydrogen atom will be equal to 1 AMU. Then they took something like this, not exactly, but you can picture it like this. They took a weighing scale and then they put helium atom here. They put one hydrogen. When they put one hydrogen, the helium atom was going down. They put another hydrogen, it was still going down. They put another hydrogen, the helium was still heavier. When they put 4 hydrogen, then both the sides of the weighing scale it were in the same, I mean in the same time. No one was going down, not up. So what we can say about the mass of helium atom, tell me, Zainab and Hafsa? Mass of one helium atom will be equal to how many mu?
4.
Hafsa, makes sense? Yes or no? Please tell me, Hafsa.
Yes, sir.
Shaima, we will be starting in a few minutes. Okay. Similarly, they measured the mass of one atom, one lithium atom, that was 7 AMU. They made weight for carbon atom, it was 12 AMUs. They made the weight for oxygen atom, it was 16 AMU, and so on. But then, let's suppose in Russia, a few scientists were measuring the mass of helium atom, it was 4 AMU. And a few scientists, they were measuring in New Zealand, Australia, that area. And the mass of helium atom was equal to the mass of 2 hydrogen atoms. That means it was equal to 2 AMU. So at that time, like in Russia, people are publishing papers. Helium atom is 4 AMU. In New Zealand, Australia, people are publishing helium atom is 2 AMU. This is a conflict. Why was this conflict happening? Have you heard this word isotope, Hafsa and Zainab? Isotope.
Yes, sir.
In isotope, what happens? The atomic number is same, atomic mass is different, right? So that's what happened. In people who were getting 2 AMUs, they were actually measuring the deuterium atom. Hydrogen atom, which has 1 electron and 1 proton. Deuterium, it has 1 neutron also. But all the chemical properties of deuterium, it is similar to that of hydrogen. There is no difference in deuterium and hydrogen chemically. But deuterium is heavy because it has 1 neutron also. So obviously, if the deuterium atom, its mass is 2 AMU, like it has neutron as well, right? It is 2 AMU. So obviously, 2 deuterium atom will be enough for 1 helium atom. Now, since this was a conflict and deuterium is present in a quite large amount, not in a very small amount, it's present in the Earth's like atmosphere in a quite major amount, and in water also, like the hydrogens are present in water, some of them are deuteriums. So the chemists, they decided that we have to change the definition of 1 AMU. Like our definition of 1 AMU was mass of 1 hydrogen atom is equal to 1. So they decided, okay, fine, we have to change. So what should we do? At that particular time, mining industry and the industrial revolution was on its peak. The industrial revolution will be in its peak only if we have a lot of iron. We can have a lot of iron only if we are having mining. So at that time, mining was on the peak, chemically speaking. Like if I go to the industrial revolution, then industrial revolution is mainly physics. But mining was in its peak during the industrial revolution, or it was very upcoming field. So they said that in mining, when we get iron, iron is present in its ore. When we get manganese, manganese is present in its ore. When we get any of the major metals, all of them are present in their ores, and all the ores are either oxides, majority of them are oxide, and some of them are sulfides. You may have learned about oxides and sulfides in the 10th standard, the purification extraction of metals also, right? When you have ores, majorly it is in oxides, and some of them are in sulfides also. You remember this, Hafsa and Jasleen? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sulfide ore. Yeah. So they said that, okay, fine. That means oxygen is readily available in the crust, Earth's crust itself, and we can mine it. So they said that, okay, we will take oxygen as our definition. So what they said, since all these values were already available to us, 1 AMU, 4 AMU, 7 AMU, 12, and 16 AMU. So we have to work on the definition of AMU. How to work on the definition of AMU? See, mass of, we can say like this now, 16 AMU is equal to mass of 1 oxygen atom. 16 AMU is equal to mass of 1 oxygen atom. So I can say 1 AMU is equal to mass of oxygen atom by 16. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Hafsa and Jasleen.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. But later on, what happened? Chemists, they were doing all the stuff taking oxygen as the base unit to measure the to define AMU. Now, physicists who were also dealing with atoms, obviously, when you deal with atoms, then only you can make bombs, right? At that time, in physics, most of the people who were dealing with atoms, they were trying to make bombs, right? So when you are dealing with a particular atom, you know it is hydrogen or it is deuterium. That is why they were still using hydrogen. They did not have any difficulty with hydrogen because they are using a few elements itself. They were not using many elements. So in 1968, there was an assembly called, and all physicists and all chemists, whoever is dealing with atoms, all of them, they were called, and they said that, okay, we have to decide a particular, we have to design a particular element for the definition of AMU. And at that time, organic chemistry was on its peak. That is why carbon. And carbon, we found out that carbon is the source of life. Like life would not be possible in this earth if we did not have carbon. That is why they chose carbon as what? Carbon as the base unit. And then the definition of AMU is now settled as 1 AMU is equal to mass of 1 carbon atom divided by what? Tell me. Hafsa and Zainab divided by, read this sentence now. You will get it. Mass of 1 carbon atom is equal to 12. Okay, so this is the definition that of 1 AMU that we decided upon. Obviously, it is very weird definition, but you don't write all of these things. I will tell you to write what is the definition. Okay. Now you will write 1 AMU is equal to 1 by 12. This is the standard form of writing the definition. बस ये फॉर्म को आप ऐसे मान लीजिए. The meaning you already understand. 1/12 mass of 1 carbon 12 atom. Carbon 12 means that carbon atom which is having mass 12. You can also write a point. Atomic mass is AKA. AKA is also known as relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass. Why? Because we are measuring all the elements relative to the mass of one hydrogen atom initially. Now we are measuring relative to the mass of one carbon atom. Okay? That is why it is known as relative atomic mass. Jasleen, Sabiha, and Shaima, did you write this point in the last class?
No, sir. The last one we
Please.
read.
We were done till here, no? 1 AMU is equal to 1 by 12 mass of one carbon atom.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Right. Then write this point. Atomic mass unit is AKA. AKA means also known as relative atomic mass. There was one more student, no? Sahla. Shaima, where is Sahla?
Sir, she's gonna change her board.
Change her boards.
Yeah, she's gonna do London syllabus.
London syllabus IB or something? IB, IGCSE.
GCSE.
I hope you guys have done writing. Hafsa and Zainab, done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Sabiha, Shaima, Jasleen?
Yes, sir.
Let's come back to our. Now you will write one point that whose explanation will come a bit later. But since we are learning about AMU, then we are going to write it here itself, right? Mass of one atom in gram. Mass of atom in gram. So 1 AMU, it is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. Okay. Explanation for this will come, don't worry. But since we are writing about 1 AMU right now, that is why it's good if you write it. Whatever notes you are writing now, these are investments for the future. Okay, so you have to think in that perspective. When you are going to read this chapter for the examination, then you will understand this, because the explanation would have already come. Why 1 AMU is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. Does anyone here watches football?
Yes, sir.
Watch football. There is one very famous manager, no? Football manager. So,
Which
Joseph
teams?
Marine. Joseph Mourinho. No. Joseph Mourinho. Maybe I'm not pronouncing his name right. No, not Joseph Mourinho. He has a very nice statement. Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho.
Oh, Jose Mourinho, sir. It's Portuguese football manager, right?
He's Portuguese football manager.
Yes, sir.
He does not manage any Champions League team.
No,
He
sir.
has what this. He only manages with the Portuguese team.
He manages the local teams. I know that.
He has a statement, is like he's naming some footballers of his team, and he's saying these are investments from the past. And also similarly, this is investment. While you are revising for the examinations, you will be thinking these are the investments from the past. Okay, you have to think of your notes in that way. Like you are investing them right now, you will reap its benefits in the examination. Now, write the next statement. The next topic is average atomic mass. In average atomic mass, we deal with the problem of isotope. Average atomic mass. You will write here, since most elements are present in the form of isotopes with different atomic mass. Hence, their average is taken. Hence, their average is taken. Now, average atomic mass, its formula will be average atomic mass is equal to, you will just write this formula, okay? And once you start doing the questions, you will understand the formula. Okay, you don't have to put too much pressure right now in understanding and then applying. You will start applying and then you will understand. Okay, you don't have to worry. You write here atomic weight of the first isotope multiplied by relative abundance of the first isotope. Then we have plus atomic weight of the second isotope multiplied by the relative abundance of the second isotope plus atomic weight of the third isotope into relative abundance of the third isotope, and so on. It will go on, right? If we have more than 3 also, then atomic weight of the fourth isotope, fifth into the relative abundance plus atomic weight of the fifth isotope, and so on. Divided by relative abundance of the first isotope plus relative abundance of the second isotope plus relative abundance of the third isotope plus so. What is AW?
Average weight.
No, atomic weight.
Atomic weight.
Atomic weight of isotope. One है atomic weight of first isotope. RA. This is not 1, this is 2 dots. RA is the relative abundance. RA is relative abundance. So don't worry about any of the words, right? Once you do the question, you will understand it. The only thing is that you have to be careful that you multiply atomic weight of the first isotope into relative abundance of the first isotope, then you have to add. Don't keep on multiplying here. That's one of the very, what I can say, rookie mistake that students do initially. Okay, be careful, just you have to add in between. Okay. Write a question. "35 chlorine and 37 chlorine are two isotopes of chlorine whose percentage abundance are 75% and 25% respectively. Is that respectively? Determine average atomic mass of fluid. Once you're done with the formula and question, please raise your hand once you're done writing the question. Upside is being signed and waiting for Jasleen, Shaima, and Zainab. Waiting for Shaima now. Shaima, do you know how to raise hand? Fine. How to do this? It's very easy. Can all of you please turn your mic on? Yes, tell me. What is the atomic weight of the first isotope? So we have two isotopes. I hope you can see that. Right? We have two isotopes. Tell me what is the atomic weight of the first isotope?
35.
5.
Okay, very good. And what is its relative abundance?
75.
Makes sense? Yes or no? बाकी लोग बताएं. Hafsa, Shaima, Zainab को answer करते हैं. Hafsa, make sense?
Yes, sir.
What about Sabiha?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the second isotope? Weight of second isotope?
37.
37.
Very good. All of you please say relative abundance is equal to
25.
25. Now, tell me the formula. Yeah, all of you turn your mic on and tell me what should I write first here?
8,
35,
35.
right?
Yeah,
Into
35 into 75 plus 37 into 25 by, divided by 75 plus 25.
Can I add these two first and then multiply the other numbers? What do you guys say?
No. No, sir.
No, sir.
Why? Why?
To do the multiplication.
Both must rule. Both must.
ठीक है. तो वैसे गल्फ में बच्चे पढ़ना कब स्टार्ट करते हैं? Like they are serious, or like when do they get serious about studies? Tell me, Sabiha.
Around 8th grade, 7th grade, sir.
Around 8 and 7. It's the same as
So
in India.
in 7th, like they start the new topics and everything.
जैसे मतलब एक होता है ना, एक आप मतलब एक ट्यूशन टीचर रही होगी बचपन से ही, है ना, उनको चेंज करना पड़ जाता है एक पर्टिकुलर क्लास में आके, राइट? आई होप सो दैट, आई मीन सेम थिंग हैपेंस इन गर्ल आल्सो. All of you had like a tuition teacher who was able to teach you like fifth, sixth, then somewhere at seventh and eighth you have to change.
Yes, sir.
So that change happened in seventh or eighth class in Gulf also for all of you. Hafsa, tell me, what about you? Sabiha को तो पता चल गया.
So actually, ICSE mine is really, I mean, where I studied is very good, so I didn't have tuition till ninth.
अच्छा, you did not have tuitions till ninth.
No.
So, but when did you like see a change in yourself? Like, for example, I don't know, maybe some of the students, they are serious with studies from nursery itself. I'm not talking about them, but in general, when did you see your classmates getting serious about studies? Like when you are together, then you are talking sometimes about studies. When did that
Ninth,
happen?
ninth
Ninth,
standard.
ninth standard.
Yes.
Otherwise, like in the recess period and in breaks, you were not talking about studies.
No.
Ninth. What about others? Jasleen, tell me. When did you started talking about studies with your friends?
The third grade.
Third grade? Third grade? Really, Jasleen?
Yes.
Third? You sure they were your friends and not some imaginary friends?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, you're sure? Okay. What about Sayama?
They're 9th grade.
Ninth grade. Zainab?
Ninth, sir.
Ninth grade. Sabiha, for you, it is like seventh, eighth, something started to change studies, right?
Yes, sir.
क्या बात करते थे जसलीन आप थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड में? थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड. What was new in third standard? I don't remember. Fair. Answer आया तो you can send the answer in the chat. No, Zainab. No. Try once again. Must have done some mistake somewhere. Multiplication. By the way, do some one thing. Save this number and include the +91 in your phone. And once you're done, send it in the WhatsApp of this number. But note it correctly. है ना? सही गलत number आप note करिए. I think some of you have my number already. In Shaima, yeah, Justine, that is correct. Zainab, you please send me on here. No? I want to see what mistake you are making in maths.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to worry about maths, okay? Like whatever problems you are having, vacations जब होंगे ना आपके summer vacations, उस time I take classes for maths, and then it yes, Shaima, correct, very good. And Jasleen is done. Jasleen, what year was affected because of Corona for you? Which class was affected?
Uh, Eighth grade.
8th grade was affected. Yes, Shaima, the
During
unit is
Corona or after Corona?
No, I am saying what class was affected for? I mean,
For
you did not have
eighth
classes now for some 8th grade, you did not have classes.
Sir, I have sent you the answer on your number.
हाँ, I see your answer. 75 plus 25 आपने क्या लिखा है? आपने उसको 70 देखिए हैंड राइटिंग सही नहीं है, आपने 72 पढ़ाना उसको इन एडिशन 72 या 22 पढ़ा होगा आपने पक्का.
सर
शो मी द
मैंने
कैलकुलेशन. हाँ
मैंने
बोलिए.
सेंड करा सर, आपको नंबर पे सेंड करा है मैंने.
सभी हाँ राइट
यस सर, 75 plus 25.
इज इक्वल टू
90
सॉरी.
sorry sir.
हमको क्या सॉरी बोल रहे हैं, आप खुद को सॉरी बोलिए. 7 आपने उसको 72 या 22 पढ़ा होगा तभी आपने 97 लिखा है ना. राइट सभी हाँ.
Sorry sir.
अरे सॉरी, हमको क्या सॉरी खुद को बोलिए, आपने क्या ही गलती की है. 10th क्लास वाले सभी को सॉरी बोलिए.
सर मैं जल्दी में कर रही थी सर, इसलिए.
हाँ तो ठीक है, देखिए ये गलती आपकी एडिशन की नहीं है ना. राइट सभी हाँ.
यस सर.
ये आपकी गलती हैंड राइटिंग की है. ठीक है, तो आप वहां पे आपको बस थोड़ा सा फोकस.
जी सर.
साफ साफ आई थिंक वैल्यूज बाकी सारे सही हैं. आप 100 से कर दीजिएगा, देन यू विल गेट द राइट वैल्यू. यस जैनब, आर यू जैनब ने भेजा था फर्स्ट आंसर.
Sir, I have
Yes,
sent it to
Zainab.
you.
You have sent it to me.
Yes, sir.
75399800 मेरे पास आया नहीं, लेकिन जैनब कहाँ भेज दिया आपने? What does it show? It shows double tick or it is showing single tick? अच्छा, I got it. I got it. 95. हाय अल्लाह, कितनी हड़बड़ी है आपको सभी. यहाँ बैठ के आप इसको कैलकुलेट कीजिए. 75 plus 25.
ओह सॉरी सर.
चलिए ठीक है, अब हम एक एक करके. ओके, दिस इज आई थिंक जैनब राइट.
Yes, sir.
You are getting 52.5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to see the calculation. I want to see where you have done 35 into 75, where you guys have done 37 into 25. Zainab, you send me that.
So that one I did like I added both of them instead of multiplying. That's it.
Added both of them? What? Wait a second. Added these
35.
two.
Yes, sir. 35 into 75. I added.
35. If you add this, you will not get 2625 now.
Yes, sir.
You show me. Show me what you have done.
Yes,
Wherever
I'll
you
send.
did.
I'll send it.
आंसर मिला सभी? हाँ,
सर कर रही हूँ।
कर रहे हैं। क्या कर रहे हैं आप? 75 + 25 किया आपने?
हाँ हाँ करा सर, 100 मिला।
100 मिला? पक्का ना? इतना अच्छा नंबर कैसे मिल गया आपको?
यस सर पक्का।
हाँ, तो फिर अब तो डेसिमल पॉइंट शिफ्ट करने आता है आपको?
सर
You know, no? Okay, fine. Just shift to the decimal points, you will get the answer. Similarly, can Jasleen and Shaima also send me whatever, like wherever you did? Even though your answers are correct, I would just want to see how you have done. Like, where is your rough work and where is your fair work in your notebook? Ah, okay, fine, Jasleen, not a problem. Yes, Zainab, are you sending?
So the network is slow. Give me 1 minute.
अच्छा, fine, ठीक है, चलिए देखिए. Let me just tell you guys, okay now? You will do all the multiplication, you will do all the calculation on the same page. In order to not have any mistakes in numericals, calculation wise, you have to follow a few tips. The first thing is that you have to follow same page, same font. I mean, I did not really get a better word. What I mean by font is that, for example, if you're writing 35 into 75 like this, please don't multiply 35 into 75 like this. How many of you do this way? Like while multiplication, Zainab, Sabiha,
यस सर।
Haf,
सर आई डू
yes,
माय कैलकुलेशन,
you do it where?
दिमाग में कर लेती हूँ सर।
दिमाग में ही कर लेते हैं आप 35 into 75.
हाँ वो लिख लिख के नंबर नीचे लिखती हूँ तो वो आसान है करने में।
35 into 75 बताइए कैसे किया आपने?
सर मतलब वो
जी,
तो 5 था, जहाँ पे 35 into 75 लिखा है ना ऊपर, वहाँ पे 5 था, 25 तो 3 के ऊपर 2, और नीचे जहाँ पे इज इक्वल टू के बाजू वहाँ पे 5, वैसा करती हूँ।
चलिए ठीक है, लेकिन भाई मल्टीप्लिकेशन में तो आपने उतनी मिस्टेक नहीं की है, लेकिन एडिशन में आपके मिस्टेक्स हो जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? तो आप प्रॉपरली कर लिया कीजिए, ओके?
सर जी सर।
ठीक है, ठीक है. 5 is 25, 5 is 15, 16 and 17, right? 175, correct. Then you have plus 3, how much? 24, right? 5, 7 with 12 का 2, तेरा 8, 6 and 2, 2625, right? All of you got 2625?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Similarly, 37 into 25 कितना होगा? I mean, चलिए ठीक है, इसको भी ऐसे ही कर लीजिए आप. एक ना
9
इसको थोड़ा सा आपने यहाँ पे शॉर्टकट ये यूज कर सकते हैं. दिस मे बी डन अगर आप लोग को इफ यू आर गाइस आर कंफर्टेबल. एक 25 2 सा क्या होता है? 50. 25 4 सा होता है 100. 25 4 सा होता है 100. डबल कर देंगे तो 25 8 हो जाएगा कितना 200। 8 से एक कम यानी 25 कम कर दीजिए, तो 200 से 25 कम कीजिएगा तो 175 ओवरऑल आप कर सकते हैं ऐसे 175। 25 थ्री से कितना होगा 75, राइट। 75 में बस आपको क्या ऐड करना है, एक नहीं 175 में हमने यहाँ पे क्यों किया, इट विल बी लाइक दिस ओनली, ठीक 175। देन यू हैव 25 थ्री 75 और उसके बाद आप 75 यहाँ पे ऐसे 75 ऐड कर दीजिए, so you'll get 5 सात हो जाएगा तो हाथ मेरा 8 925 मिला सबको,
यस।
ठीक है। दिस कैन बी डन इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल, अदरवाइज आप वो बेसिक जो है उसी को फॉलो किया कीजिए, डिवाइड बाई 100। So this will be equal to 3550 divided by 100. So when you have two zeros in the denominator, then you can shift two decimal points. It will be 35.50 AM. ठीक है, तो this is okay. हाँ चलिए, शाइमा आपका ठीक है कैलकुलेशंस। नहीं, आपने मल्टीप्लिकेशन में कुछ कुछ गलती की है जैनब। 5 5 ठीक लिखा है आपने, 5 5 15 और एक 16 भी ठीक लिखा है आपने, लेकिन ये 2625 होना चाहिए, 15 क्यों हो गया? 16 7 160 175 ठीक लिखा था, 165 कर दिया फिर आपने, नीचे प्लस था। दिस इज जैनब, माय बैड, नॉट सबीहा, जैनब। अभी नंबर सेव नहीं किया हमने इसलिए कंफ्यूज हो रहा है। जैनब आपने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, यहाँ पे ऐड था, ठीक है, प्लीज इसको सही से कॉपी कर लीजिए। यस वेरी गुड सबीहा, अंत भला तो सब भला। ऑल ऑफ यू डन, यस और नो? जैनब, जैनब यू आर डन। जैनब, हफ्सा वेयर वेयर इज योर आंसर? हफ्सा आपका तो कुछ नहीं आया। हफ्सा, एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
वेयर आर यू?
Sir, number save नहीं हो रहा. I'm trying, sir.
अच्छा, नंबर ना कभी कभी वैसे व्हाट्सएप पे शो नहीं करता है, सो यू कैन सेंड दिस नंबर टू लाइक योर मॉम और डैड, and when you send this na +917530998007, then that number will appear in blue color in the chat. Once you tap on that, then it will say chat with +917530998007, and you can press tap on chat on, then you can message me. After you message me, you can save it
Okay.
if you followed what I said.
Okay, sir. I'll try.
Acha, what's the answer you got? Tell me, Hafsa. Yes, Hafsa, what's the answer that you got? Hafsa फिर नहीं चलेगी। Right, next. No, Shama, it is not necessary to write this. However, it is necessary to write the in. Write another question. The average atomic mass, the average atomic mass of a sample of an element is 16.2 am. अच्छा एक काम कीजिए, an element x कर लीजिए, ठीक है, the element is x. What percentage of isotopes 16x and 18x are in the sample? So in previous question, they had given us the atomic weight and they had given us the relative abundance. They asked us regarding the average atomic mass. In this, they have given us the average atomic mass and they are asking what is the percentage of x, 16x and 18x. So this is also not very tough. Here we have to find two values, both the percentages, but both the percentages they relate. For example, I can say let percentage of 16x is equal to x नहीं लेते, x लेंगे तो बहुत कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा ना, a ले लेते हैं, ठीक है, this much percentage of 16x is present. Then we can say percentage of 18x will be equal to total मिला के 100 होता, like 16x का percentage, and if I add 18x percentage, I would have got 100. So 18x will be what? 100 minus a. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. The second statement, Jasleen, Sabiha, Shaima, and Zainab.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Jasleen and yes, make sense?
Yes, sir.
ठीक. So now we can write the formula that 16.2, it is equal to atomic weight of the first element, that is 16, multiplied by a, 16 multiplied by a, plus the mass of second element is 18, multiplied by its relative abundance, 100 minus a. This whole thing will be divided by relative abundance of the first element plus relative abundance of the second element, a plus 100 minus a. ये तो आपका क्या हो जाएगा, a cancel, okay, you will get only 100 in the denominator. I will send the 100 in the left hand side. I will get 1620 is equal to 16a plus 1800 minus 18a. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now can you solve for a?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
tell me. Just ठीक है. Hafsa, am I audible? Hafsa नहीं. Hafsa भी join नहीं किया audio में. तो बाकी लोग आप लोग a calculate कीजिए. Once you get the a, you will get the 100 minus a also. Hafsa, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Did you write the question, Hafsa? Can you please have your mic on for a while? Yes, Hafsa.
Yes, sir.
एक तो आप ये सब थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए. नहीं. हेलो.
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा और जोर से बोलिए. थक गए हैं क्या रोजा रख के?
Yes, sir.
अभी देखिए कितना तेज आया. यस सर, रोजा लग गया हमको. देखिए यार. डिड यू राइट द क्वेश्चन हफ्सा?
No, sir.
नहीं. अच्छा ठीक है. लेट अस रीड द क्वेश्चन, है ना? अभी आप लिखिए मत. ओके, लेट अस रीड दिस. एवरेज एटॉमिक मास ऑफ अ सैंपल ऑफ एन एलिमेंट x इज 16.2 mu. We have got the average atomic mass कितना? 16.2. They have given us average atomic. They're asking what percentage of isotope 16x and 18x are in the sample. So they are asking us the abundance, the relative abundance of 16x and 18x isotopes. So I said let percentage of 16x be equal to a. मतलब वैसे तो let लेते हैं तो x लेते हैं, but we already have the name of element as x, so I did not take x because it will be confusing, है ना? So let percentage of 16x is equal to how much, Hafsa? Hafsa, let percentage of 16x will be equal to, your mic is off, Hafsa. You have to keep your mic on. फिर maybe network issue है. If you are not answering, then it's not any benefit or explanation. Zainab, you sent the answer in the chat. अब सबको नेटवर्क इशू है. नो जैनब, माइक ऑन कीजिए. जैनब माइक ऑन कीजिए.
Yes, sir.
आपका नंबर सही है. आपका नंबर सही है. एकदम माइक ऑन करके रखिए ना. कीप योर माइक ऑन. व्हाट आर वी कैलकुलेटिंग जैनब?
So the percentage. Okay, sir.
सो समझ में आ गया गलती?
Yes.
What's the mistake?
It shouldn't be AMU, it should be percent.
Yes, okay. So I'm just waiting. Achha, how many of you gave the answer? Shaima has only given and Zainab has given. What about you guys? Sabiha and Jasleen?
1 minute, sir.
Okay. Yes, Jasleen, very good, correct. Just waiting for Sabiha's answer. Sabiha, you're having difficulty?
भेज दिया सर.
मार पड़ी है वो. मार पड़ी. देखिए आपने क्या किया है. ये Sabiha, can you see?
जी सर.
क्या कहाँ की जल्दी है? कब है अफ्तार? कितने टाइम है अफ्तार में? सबिहा,
1 मिनट सर.
1 मिनट बचा है इफ्तार में.
नहीं नहीं वो नहीं इफ्तार.
इफ्तार में 1 मिनट बचा है. कितना वक्त है अभी इफ्तार में?
गलती से 2 डाल दिया 0 के बदले में.
हड़बड़ी में. गलती से नहीं, हड़बड़ी में. आराम से करें. ठीक है सबिहा.
जी सर.
ये पुरानी दिक्कत है आपकी? जी टेल मी.
हाँ सर. I don't read questions properly also.
वाह. मतलब ऐसे बता रही है बिल्कुल जैसे कुछ अचीवमेंट हो. आई डोंट रिपीट क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट
सर
अबाउट इन जनरल? नहीं, इन जनरल आप बताएं. बाकी चीज ठीक है, पढ़ाई लिखाई में ऐसा है आपका मामला. बाकी चीजों में
बाकी चीजों में मतलब सर.
जैसे मान लीजिए आपको कुछ, डू यू नो हाउ टू मेक एनीथिंग,
कुकिंग
एनी
आती है
फूड?
सर.
कुकिंग आती है. कुकिंग में कैसा रहता है आपका मामला?
कुकिंग में भी थोड़ी आई एम अ बिट हड़बड़ी नहीं होती हूँ मैं.
हड़बड़ी में रहते हैं आप? अच्छा, सबसे पहले इन दोनों को सॉल्व करेंगे, तो फिर देखना पड़ेगा कुछ। 16 माइनस 18 विल बी व्हाट, -2a, और फिर इसको इधर भेज देते हैं, ठीक है। सो इट विल बी 1800 माइनस 1620, sorry my bad, 1620 minus 1800, 1620 is already here, minus 1800. So 1620 minus 1800 will be equal to how much? Sorry, minus 180, that is equal to minus 2a. Minus and minus will cancel each other out. A will be equal to 180 by 2, that is equal to 90. So percentage of 16x is equal to 90, and percentage of 18x, it is equal to 10. Please copy this. तो आप ना एफर्ट लगा के थोड़ा ना चीजों को स्लो करने की कोशिश कीजिए। ओके सभी? हाँ।
जी सर।
Starting में it will be irritating because when people who are generally, they tend to do things quickly, when they start to slow down जानबूझ के, then they would make very silly mistakes, right? And when they start to slow down, then what will happen, that you will choose a very long pathway for the calculations rather than a very short obvious path, ठीक है। सो बट डोंट बी डिसहार्टेंड बाय दोस थिंग्स। आप ऐसा मत समझिएगा कि अगर हम जल्दी जल्दी करते रहते तो हमको आंसर आने लगता, बट ट्राई टू बी बिट, लाइक रीड द क्वेश्चंस ट्वाइस। इसमें आप ये कर सकते हैं, अगर आप सवाल ठीक से नहीं पढ़ते तो 2 बार पढ़िए। ट्राई टू स्टार्ट अंडरलाइन द important parts. Try to write the questions. If you do not read the questions properly, then try to just copy the questions initially. तब आपकी आदत हो जाएगी ना। When you are copying something, if you are going to copy the whole question, you have to read, obviously. You have to try all of these things, then only वो आखिर में बोर्ड्स तक आते आते आपके सारे प्रॉब्लम को सुलझेंगे, ठीक है। सो अभी के लिए ना एवरेज एटॉमिक मास तक ही रखते हैं। यू गॉट इट सभी? हाँ,
यस सर।
okay, fine. By the way, Jasleen, Shaima, and Zainab, you understood everything from this class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ठीक है। Now tell me, how many of you have an account on Learnivio? Learnivio ऐप में किस किस का अकाउंट है? Okay, शाइमा, जसलीन, सभी। हाँ, जैनब का नहीं है, ठीक है, फाइन। सो
सर
प्लीज लॉग।
उसके ऊपर कभी भी वो होमवर्क अपलोड नहीं होता है। लाइक बायोलॉजी क्लास के बाद भी बोला था उन्होंने अपलोड होगा, बट नहीं था।
वो टेस्ट जो होता है,
हाँ वो होमवर्क सर, होमवर्क।
वो होमवर्क या असेसमेंट?
हाँ असेसमेंट, वही उन्होंने बोला था कि असेसमेंट विल बी अपलोडेड, बट लाइक नहीं था ऐप में।
अच्छा, ठीक है, हो जाएगा, अभी हो जाएगा। हम है तब तक, ठीक है। By the way, can you guys please, if you go to the app, na, can you please open the app? Then Jasleen, Sabiha, and Shaima.
यस सर।
In meanwhile, what Zainab you can do? Zainab, what you can do is go to the Play Store or App Store, whatever you have, and look for Learnivio.
Sir, I have the account.
Zainab, you have the account?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I mean, open the app then. App or website, whatever you have. अगर आप फोन पे हैं तो ऐप, और अगर वेबसाइट में है तो सॉरी लैपटॉप में है तो वेबसाइट. When you go now, then you will be greeted like this, welcome back, and then your name, है ना, इस तरह से है. जसलीन, सबीहा, साइमा, जैनब. अच्छा
Yes,
एक
sir.
काम करें.
Yes.
यस, माइक ऑन कर. अच्छा माइक ऑन कर पा रहे हैं आप लोग अलग से. तो you and you will see that in the left hand side there are 3 lines. है,
जी सर. हाँ.
वहां पे टैप कीजिएगा. Then you will see home, classes, performance, exams, diagnostic, assignments, and class assessment.
Yes, sir.
Can you see? Now you have to tap on class assessment.
Sir, it shows not available.
Not available. यहीं पे आप पहले भी गए थे बायोलॉजी के लिए भी.
हाँ सर.
ठीक है. हो जाएगा, 2 मिनट रुकिए, हो जाएगा केमिस्ट्री का.
Okay, sir.
अभी तो स्कूल नहीं स्टार्ट हुआ ना किसी का. स्कूल स्टार्ट हुआ है?
No, sir.
Also.
Sir, only physics is there. Zainab, you are in class assessment or assignment, Zainab?
Assessment, sir.
Class assessment you are there. Physics आ रहा है आपके में. आ जाएगा, केमिस्ट्री का भी आ जाएगा. Just wait for it. I've told them to activate it. Takes 1-2 minutes. Just 1-2 minutes. Okay. Can you go back to the home page and then come back to class assessment? Then I hope you will see a new assessment.
Yes, sir.
सभी को नहीं मिल रहा. सभी अगर आपको नहीं मिल रहा ना, देन यू गो टू द रीसेंट एप्स ऑन योर फोन. आप ऐसे वहां से क्लोज
जी.
दी लर्निवियो ऐप एंड देन रीलॉग, मतलब रीस्टार्ट करिए अपने ऐप को. फोन को नहीं, बस ऐप को.
No, sir. अभी भी नहीं दिखा रहा.
नहीं दिखा रहा है. Just give me a minute. आपने भेजा है शायद ना.
Yes, sir.
What about others? Jasleen, can you see?
Sir.
Sorry. No. थोड़ा सा आप लोग को एक और एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा. कैन यू प्लीज लॉग आउट एंड देन लॉग इन वंस अगेन.
Okay, sir. Sir, I did. It's still not available.
पक्का क्लास असेसमेंट देना.
जी सर.
एक बार आप देख लीजिए ना, आप क्लास असाइनमेंट्स में होंगे. Must be in assignments or diagnostic or exams.
No, sir. I've sent you a screen recording too. I'm on the class assignment only. Class
अरे
assessment.
fine. What about others? Anyone got it? Shaima, Zainab.
Sir, I finished it.
Shaima, आपके पास आया. Shaima, then you can leave the class, है ना? Jasleen, you have not got. Jasleen. Sabiha. What about you, Zainab?
Sir, I'm doing it.
You got it.
Then I tried logging out and logging in again, but
We are
then
logging in.
now I can't log in. It's saying this user does not exist.
Okay, I'm asking to share the share your username and password with you. Okay. So, Zainab finished. Zainab, you can leave then. You're finished. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Still nothing. Jasleen and Sabiha.
No, sir.
Sir, I can't
Yeah.
log in my account. I noted the I noted the coordinator. She said she'll notify the.
Got a message from Learnivio.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
You got the user ID and password, and Are you able to log in now?
No, sir. They said they'll notify the technical team and they'll come up with
Achha.
a solution sometime.
Okay, fine. I think then you will not be able to take the test. So we have to get the file again.
Should I make a new account?
नहीं. Don't make a new account. Don't make a new account. आप अपने बहन के आईडी से तो नहीं आ गए कहीं सभी? हाँ
No, sir, it's my ID only.
हाँ ठीक है। फिर आप लोग यहाँ सर्वर करा रहे हैं हम लोगों का बहन के आईडी से। अच्छा सो छोड़िए फिर मत दीजिए टेस्ट। नहीं क्या शौक है आपको टेस्ट देने का? अगले बार दे दीजिएगा ठीक है सभी। अभी हम उनसे बात कर लेते हैं कि अगले बार कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट आ जा रहा है, बहुत सारे बच्चों को आ रहा है, कुछ कुछ को नहीं आ रहा है ना। आई विल टॉक टू देम। ओके सभी।
Okay, sir.
आई विल आस्क